Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm making a video here that's a little bit different from what I usually do in response to something I recently saw on a Facebook posting by the leader of a group that I participate with, and essentially what it came down to is that there was some artwork that was stolen recently. It apparently has been going on for a little while, and there's been some discussion in the group that I participate in about protecting artwork and trying to prevent this sort of thing from happening. Now, there's other videos out there about this, but I thought maybe I'd make one that was nice, short, sweet, to the point about using a watermark to protect your artwork. It's actually a pretty simple process. Procreate makes it nice and simple, and I'm just going to break it down really quick for you right now. A couple things you want to do right off the bat here is I just have a canvas up here in Procreate with what I'm going to use is what might loosely be considered to be a logo or a signature. Make this anything that you want, but the idea here is that you want it all in one layer, and I'm using a gray color as my background because I am going to change the color of this in just a second. So if you take a look at my layers stack, you'll notice my background color is set to gray just so I can see the coloring I'm using, and then I have another layer over top of it that just has whatever it is that I'm using for the signature, the logo, watermark, whatever I want it to be. I can let your creative juices run wild on that. This is just my choice. Now, what's interesting here is that I have it set to an alpha lock. Anytime I have a layer set to an alpha lock, I can just change the color nice and easily. And that's the first thing I'm going to do here. Right now, this is all in black, but for a watermark, I want this to be white, at least starting anyway. So I have my color palette set to a pure white there, and I just have an airbrush. I'm just going to color over it, make the whole thing white. All right. And now that I've done that, I'm going to go back into my layer stack, and I'm going to turn off the background color. So the only thing I have is this white text, and again, I'm selected on the layer that has that text on it. That's all I have to do. I'm all set up and ready to go. Now, there are ways that you can turn this into a brush or a stamp, and honestly, I'm not going to get into that. It's a little bit complex, and I found that the easier, maybe lazier method for me is just to do a 3-finger swipe over the canvas, and I'm going to make a copy of just that layer. Just that one layer that has the text on it. And again, notice it has no background to it. It's just the text itself. That's what makes this work. So I've copied that, and now I'm going to go into my gallery and pull up the artwork that I want to add this to. Now, I've already done it right here on this particular artwork. Notice that I have the water stamp on it, but I'm going to delete it and start all over again to show you how to do it. So again, I just get a fresh layer that I'm going to sit on top of everything else that I've done. I'm going to do that 3-finger swipe across my screen again to pull up this menu, and now I'm choosing the paste option. My watermark goes in here like this. It's a little bit, kind of dark, so I'm going to make some adjustments to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go under the layers. I want to make sure it's on alpha lock again, just to make sure that nothing gets changed by accident. And then I'm just going to simply lower the opacity. I find that hitting it roughly around 20%, maybe even 15% is kind of ideal here. You can definitely see the artwork underneath of it, but the watermark is so prevalent that anybody that sees this is going to be discouraged from trying to kind of steal it and post it as their own, especially with something that has my signature sitting right on it, okay? Now, this is ready to get posted up on Instagram or something like that, and again, people can appreciate the art without having that temptation of trying to rip it off and take it away from you. So I hope this gives you a little bit of insight or maybe a little bit of help as to what you can do. Again, hopefully this is nice and simple too. That's kind of the idea. It doesn't take a huge amount of time or effort to do this. And now that I have this watermark set up, it's just a simple copy and paste for every piece of artwork that I do going forward. So if it was helpful, let me know in the comments. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And hopefully you took a moment to subscribe while you're watching the video. In the meantime, I'll be back with some more art a little bit later on. And if this was helpful, feel free to click on that like button as well. In the meantime, take care. Hope to see you again soon. Have a great day.